Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are unlicensed sex therapists, just here to answer questions from callers and talk about sex and be sex positive. We do not have any type of formal training or any type of licenses about this. We're just a couple who's had a whole lot of sex, and we want to share our knowledge with the world. We are streaming right now to Twitch live, and we're also recording for YouTube and also for podcast. So we are joined with our awesome producer tonight, Wells. How you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, we are great. Just having it's really hot outside, actually. Man, we've
just been naked in the house for a while.
Yeah, Diane actually.
How about that Amber Heard?
Yeah. We want to stay neutral on this.
I've been watching the whole trial.
Yeah, she's been watching the whole thing there. I did want to say that Diane actually had a migraine earlier today, but the power of sex and orgasms, it didn't quite cure her, but it did push her.
It reduced the pain.
It reduced the pain. Good old orgasms, a lot of endorphins going through her body to help cure what ails her. So
yeah, I wasn't even in the mood.
She won't be taking her body to a defamation trial.
No, not at all.
Yes.
We're also joined by our awesome sex toy expert, Peter. How are you doing tonight, Peter?
Oh, I am. I'm doing much better.
Okay.
I apologize having to miss some previous shows. I did end up with COVID.
Yeah, the Rona. That's right. You feeling better?
I am. I had. Speaking of headaches, I had one all day today. Orgasm did indeed help me a little bit too.
All right. Two in a row.
Advil and orgasms. Yeah. I think that's just like the ultimate combo right there. I'm sure some people like to do a little bit more than that. I don't do heavy drugs, so I couldn't go as crazy as some people might. But yeah, I'm feeling better. It was a rough spell. Quarantining is hard enough when you have one partner. In a polyamorous relationship, I had to quarantine from a lot of people.
That's right.
So I felt way lonelier, I think, than the average person might. And
so
that was a rough 10 days.
For those who are just joining us, haven't watched many shows or listened to many shows, Peter is not only our sex toy expert, but also he's polyamorous. And so when you're in a polyamorous relationship like this and you don't see each other, do you kind of like fall behind on the pecking order? Is there like an order like that, or does it not work like that?
I mean, everyone, it's kind of like parents and kids. Everyone says they don't have a favorite, and officially none of us has favorites. But you kind of feel like, it's at least it's FOMO, like you're missing out on the connections, you're missing out on the dinners, you're missing out on the group activities. Yes, maybe orgies as well. Like you're missing out on a lot of experiences there. And so you feel like you have to catch up. I mean, honestly, though, again, during the pandemic, most of us were separated. Some of us couldn't see each other much because of that during the worst of it anyway. So there's a lot of, Zoom meetings and Zoom mutuals. So, you play with yourself on camera a little bit to make a good connection with someone. And so you're still connected there. It's not completely out the window, but like you feel lonely. So
got it.
Glad to be out of the worst of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, my friend. It's good to have you back. I hope there's no long haul symptoms for you there.
Yeah, we'll see. I had a little bit of brain fog the other day.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't come back. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing a lot better. We're going to have a new segment. This is something new that we're introducing. It's called Screw This, Not That. So you've probably heard of those articles, those shows where it's like, eat this, not that, watch this, not that. Well, we're here at Talkin' Sex Live. We're doing Screw This, Not That. And so we're going to have a comedian come on for this segment coming right off of he's actually down at the Improv at Irvine. He's between shows. Welcome to the show, Frank Castillo, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
It's good to have you back. So you just came off of, you were doing the Netflix is a Joke special, or I guess it was a festival.
It was a show at the festival. I got to open up for Theo Von at the Wilter, and it was a bunch of fun.
Very nice.
Didn't smoke any weed the whole day.
Wow, that is a first, man. It
was a big deal.
How'd you do it? How'd you do the show with no weed?
I want to see
lots of Xanax.
Oh, okay. There you go. So are we ready to play there? We're going to play this. Yep. Screw this, not that. So what we're going to do is going to give Frank 2 different objects or characters. So Frank's married, so we don't want to get Frank in trouble with his wife by having him oogle over some hot female that he wants to have sex with. So we're going to scale it back a little bit. These are mainly just characters. A lot of men, a lot of objects, but we're going to play this. Screw this, not that. And the first thing up, we've got, it's Larry Bird, or we've got, screw this, not that,
Marty Bird.
That's right. One is the power forward or small forward for the Boston Celtics in the 80s. The other is a character on hit show Ozark. Frank, which one would you rather, screw?
I would have to go... Man, I mean, if you're a big basketball fan, Larry Bird's great,
Yeah.
He's also so tall. He's beautiful. He's good looking. A lot of good fundamentals, strong fundamentals. But Marty Bird is, he's the Birdman. He's killed a bunch of people, successful businessman. I'd have to go Marty Bird.
All right. Marty Bird, very good choice.
I've never heard anyone describe Larry Bird as very handsome before in my life. And I also would just note that Marty Bird would probably be very emotionally unavailable in the bedroom.
And I love that.
That works for some people, right?
You're taking my penis out now? Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Well, Frank, I don't know if we want to have sex right now. I feel like you don't want to have sex. All right, let's see what's next up. We've got probably the hottest cartoon character ever, Gadget from the Rescue Rangers, or we have
Mrs. Beakley from DuckTales.
That's right.
The maid on DuckTales.
Yeah,
so you got DuckTales.
A little teeny chipmunk or a full-size duck that
it wasn't a chip. I don't think it was Gadget a chipmunk.
Oh, she was a mouse. That's right. I'm sorry, but
it looks like a mouse.
She is a mouse.
Yeah.
I apologize. Or
I don't want to kill a mouse.
Yeah, but she's hot. But then you got, a full-size duck that will serve you food. Which one will you screw? Screw this, not that.
You got to fuck the duck.
You got to fuck the duck. That is correct.
It's physically impossible.
Now,
and,
if we threw Inspector
afterwards.
Gadget into that mix, would your answer change?
Yes, I feel like Inspector Gadget would have a gadget that would make it viable to fuck a mouse.
Yes.
There we go.
Totally.
Yeah, he has some vibrating tools there.
Oh, lots of them. Probably get every single pleasure spot on your body there. All right, next up. Screw this, not that. You will screw either your bong, your personal bong, Frank Castillo's bong, or a pack of Virginia Slim Menthol 120s. Screw this, not that.
First off, I don't want
to...
I don't want to fuck my own bong, because then it's like I'm gonna have to hit it afterwards, and no matter how much you scrub it, you're always gonna think about how you put your dick in your own bong.
Always awkward.
Whereas like you could just come on a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But plus the menthol, the mint on your dick might feel good. I don't know. I just thought.
So I would go mint.
Menthols, all right. I thought maybe you loved your bong so much that you would want to have sex with it, but that does make sense. You don't want it to go into your mouth.
Too much to have sex with it.
Got it. It's like a
now my wife, on the other hand.
Oh no.
No.
All right. Next.
I disrespect her. No.
Next up, we've got screw this, not that.
O.J. Simpson's dream team are
the A-Team. So
the A-Team.
Got Johnny Cochran and Shapiro, and we got or B.A. Baracus, Murdoch, and I forget the other two on there. So
A-Team, are you kidding me?
A-Team. Oh, it's A-Team all the way? All right.
Four dudes four
Frank,
dudes whose mission it is to make sure you come.
Yes,
Oh, wow, I didn't think of it like that.
But also
more like the
you don't want to fuck a Kardashian though?
Oh, that's right.
And also, if you think about it, like OG's team absolutely got him off.
Yeah, no, it's
so
for
they
sure.
get So I guess it's OJ's team.
So
actually,
he could get you off because you just got to pay him $20 million. That's right. All right. So screw this, not that. We have a durian fruit, probably the world's smelliest fruit. Smells like fish and rotting flesh.
Nasty.
Or we've got
the Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown.
That's right.
Oh, you got to fuck the pumpkin from Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at that durian fruit. It
no
does
one
look
wants
like a
to
vagina.
No one wants to fuck smelly, decaying fish.
Chet kind of does.
It looks kind of hot. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Great Pumpkin will bite your dick off.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Sometimes that's the risk you have to take.
That is true.
Pumpkin puts up a fight. You know what I mean? No.
It's kind of kinky. Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
Job. Next up, it is hockey season. It's hockey playoff time, and you're a fan of the San Jose Sharks, is that right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately, not this year. But so we've got Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, or Al the Octopus from the Detroit Flyers. Screw this, not that. Which one would you have sex with?
Gritty, because I don't know. I get the It's tough. The octopus. I don't know. It's the octopus. You get your dick cut off probably. But Gritty, if you fuck Gritty, you know he's never gonna stop hunting you. Like Gritty will. You know what I mean? Like Gritty's will vow revenge, and that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go. Can I go neither? Or do I have to pick one?
I don't know. You kind of have to pick one. I don't know. I
guess Gritty.
Gritty? Yeah,
is he
eyes.
trying to stalk you because he didn't have an orgasm or it wasn't
It's just those eyes.
Absolutely.
Those eyes move independently of each other and they're fucking creepy.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Moving
up.
on.
Here we go.
We have Blink from X-Men.
Yeah. Psychokinetic powers. Also teleportation and shoots these little spear things. Or we got Blink 182. So Blink from
Blink 182.
Or Blink, all right. Are you a big Blink 182 fan?
Absolutely. And also just combined, if you fucked all three of them and that was like your secret, they would all take care of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Blink, she's, in my opinion, I think she's the hottest, the most attractive of all.
Oh, wait, I forgot Blink was a chick. Yeah. I changed my mind to Blink. I thought Blink was a dude. So Blink.
Blink. Okay, but all right.
She could just teleport you to their house and you could steal some shit and sell it online.
There you go. All right. Next up, we've got
Cherry from Pee Wee's Playhouse, or
the Feather Duster from Beauty and the Beast.
Feather Duster from Beauty and the Beast, and we all know why.
Yeah. Because she turns into a hot maid, a French maid. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, next up.
Fuck her as the Duster.
Yeah, fuck her as the Duster. I mean, if there are people out there who like to have sex with furniture, and I think Cherry would be the one to have sex with.
Very feathers.
Oh yeah, the feathers. Blindfold you
and
and then have some feathers on you. Oh yeah, that is orgasm
good.
City there.
So next we have Liv Schreiber.
Oh, Schreiber.
Schreiber.
Yep.
Schreiber.
Yeah. Super dapper. Look at that guy. Or we got MacGyver. Liv Schreiber or MacGyver, and he's holding a giant bomb. And I'm pretty sure
Schreiber was Sabretooth in the first
Sabretooth.
X-Men.
Also, Ray Donovan.
Schreiber is just good looking.
Yeah.
He is, and he's
got
super
good eyes.
tall. Very
but this
tall.
is the original MacGyver with Dean Anderson.
Yeah, and you can't. I mean, that's tough. If you had to pick whichever semen you want to make a kid, I got to go with Dean Anderson.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, I need a butt plug, and then he just will make it out of just some paper clips and some
who's also in Stargate SG-1.
Oh, that's right.
The TV show.
It's Richard Dean Anderson. That's right. Yeah. All right, so we're going with MacGyver there. All right, next up here
we have original Nintendo Entertainment Center, or
a Betamax player.
Oh, I've definitely come on one of those in real life.
Betamax player.
It was the Nintendo for sure.
Oh, the Nintendo. Got it. All right. We just have a couple more here. So, moving on. Screw this. Not that. Got Gordon Ramsay. Or we've got
Anne Ramsey from the Goonies.
Or Throw Mama from the Train. Gordon Ramsay or Anne Ramsey. Which one are you going to do?
Well, how old's Anne Ramsey?
Well,
not
she's
now,
dead.
but then.
Assuming she was still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. But come on, Mama Fratelli. Oh, I don't know. Or look at Gordon Ramsay. He's just like screaming his mouth off there.
Yeah, no,
I feel like if you were flaccid, Gordon Ramsay would just scream, "It's fucking raw!"
and make you feel bad.
And that could be fun.
Yeah. So you go with Gordon there?
No.
Wells is going.
Oh, okay. You would rather go with Anne Ramsey, with Mama Fratelli, right? All right. I always remember that scene with Chunk, and he's like, and then one time I was on the balcony, and I was, I don't know.
They're both equally abusive characters.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
I feel like it works.
Yeah, it's just pick your poison.
Yeah, but one's got a vagina.
That is true.
It's true.
That is true. All right, last one here. We've got Neil deGrasse Tyson or
a greasy teal Dyson.
A greasy teal Dyson, a vacuum cleaner.
Neil, because at least he'll talk to you about some cool shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he won't stop.
Yeah. So, but the vacuum, you get a suction thing. You just put it right over your dick, a little hose.
If the filter is not completely screwed up, sometimes they get clogged up and then they don't suck on anything.
Oh, Peter knows.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson or a greasy teal Dyson.
Definitely Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's. I'm sure you'd be able to he's almost like a magician. He's like, with quantum physics, you know that my sperm will actually disappear and arrive in your anus.
He's talking to you about the universe while he's fucking you, and you don't even realize it. The whole time he's like, "This isn't gay. This is just the universe."
Yeah, you're just amazed. He's like, "We are not actually here, Frank. You are in another alternate
we are
state of consciousness." Yes. So
I feel like you're taking Deepak Chopra quotes and giving them to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
to Deepak Chopra, say all that stuff.
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, that's all his quantum bullshit.
Oh, okay. He's a big quantum physics man, huh?
Yes.
So that's all we got for Screw This, Not That. Thank you so much, Frank, for being on. You have been a great sport. You guys, you provided us some great insight. If you, the viewers, have any people that you would want to have sex with, either put them in the comments on the podcast or on YouTube. When's your next show, Frank? When can people go see you? Do your funny stand-up?
Follow me on Instagram, Frank Castillo, and then I got a bunch of shows. That's where I post all the info.
Perfect. Have a good night. Break a leg out there tonight, man.
Thank you, Doug. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thanks. So that was a lot of fun. It went over pretty well. I kind of got through them pretty quickly because we had a lot of them. Is any of you guys have some strong takes on whether or not you would have sex with one or not the other?
Or? I mean, now, like I said, that the vacuum cleaner seems problematic, so I got to go Neil deGrasse Tyson and talk nerdy to me. Absolutely.
Yeah. What about you, Wells? Anything stuck out to you that you're like, you know what? I disagree with Frank. I would rather have this person.
I would fuck the mouse.
Oh,
for sure.
Gadget?
That's a hot mouse.
It is a hot mouse.
That is a hot mouse.
I just don't know the logistics of it. I think you would kill it.
We figure it out.
So I had this conversation with Diane because you have ducktails. Are they actually full size, the normal size of a duck, or the size of an adult? Like, is their whole world built around like the size of a duck? But I feel like with the Mickey Mouse and Chip and Dale crossover with Donald Duck, the Chip and Dale are actual the size of chipmunks, while the Mickey and Donald, they're like the size of an actual adult. I don't know. That's my theory. So you would actually be having sex with an adult size Mrs. Beakley. Anyways, and it was a huge rabbit hole that I just dived down. Do we have any calls coming in?
Rabbit holes.
I do not have access to the switchboard.
Oh shit! I will let the person in. Let's see here.
But it looks like we have Robert, a former game show contestant who has marital issues.
Got it.
Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet. Is this Robert?
Yes, this is Robert. Hi, good evening, Chet and Diane. How are you tonight?
We're well.
Very
well.
nice.
Thank you for asking.
So,
great.
We were told that you were recently on a game show, and now you're having marital problems. Can I ask what game show you were on?
Well, it wasn't recent. I'm a former game show contestant. I was on. Let me just give you the whole thing. I'll just tell you before I get to my question. So in 1974, my wife and I got married. About 3 months after that, we flew to Burbank to be on TV, the Newlywed Game, hosted by the late great Bob Eubanks. Are you familiar with this show?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, during the show, Mr. Eubanks asked my new bride, "Where is the strangest place you've ever wanted to make whoopee?"
Whoopee, yes,
to which
that's the word.
Whoopee.
Whoopee.
He said, my new bride replied, "In the ass."
Oh.
But was it? That's what her exact words is, in the ass, or did you say like back door? Or
no, she said in the ass.
In the ass.
Very much real.
Did that make it to air?
It didn't make it to air. It went on the internet. It went viral on the internet
when
YouTube came up, and needless to say, our answers didn't match. Mine was the car.
Yeah.
And she said, "In the ass." So that's my history with game shows.
Okay, so has this caused problems?
So anyway,
go ahead. What's your question there, my friend?
Well, so anyway, my question is: after nearly 50 years of marriage,
oh wow,
how do I put this? I'm going to try to keep it family friendly. My wife will no longer allow me to whoopee her in the ass anymore.
Oh, so there was, after the show, you were whooping in the ass a lot, and then you stopped. I mean, that's understandable.
Well, it was the first thing that came to her mind back in 1974 when Bob Eubanks asked, "Where is the strangest place you've ever wanted to make whoopee?" And her reply was, "In the ass." So, now she no longer will allow me to whoopee her in the ass.
But you had a good run there of whoopee in the ass, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I had a good run.
Yeah, I mean, it was great, and then the video went viral. It was released on the YouTube, the internet, and, young children would see her in the supermarket and point at her and say, "Look, Mommy, it's a lady who likes to get whoopied in the ass."
Wow.
And
that's embarrassing.
She's kind of shied from it now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's like,
we have a pretty healthy marriage. Yeah. We don't whoopee in the ass anymore. Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So is this something that you want to continue to do, or is
yes,
this
very much so. Very much so. We do other stuff. We do missionary whoopee. We do doggy whoopee.
You do oral whoopee?
On my birthday, I get a whoopee job.
Okay.
Missionary whoopee. Reverse cowgirl whoopee. Sometimes we do whoopee pie, the whoopee cushion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow. All right.
Whoopi Crane.
That's not too bad after 50 years.
Yeah, he's still going at it. I mean, how often are you doing whoopee? Once a week?
Well, I'm kind of, it used to be every night with the whoopee in the ass.
Oh, geez.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
But she no longer wants to do that. So that's my issue.
So, okay, right. So, but you're still having sex. Like, is there like whoopee Wednesdays or alliteration? No? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So
I'm just really missing the ass is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that people tend to want what they can't have. And so if you're a guy who only gets blowjobs and then you want to have vaginal sex, or if you're a guy who only has vaginal sex and oral sex, you want to have anal sex. And so
I don't want to have anal sex. I want to have whoopee sex in the ass.
Got it. So, okay, what's your definition of whoopee? Is it just full-on penetrative sex, or is it like intercourse, or is it more of love?
Is this a children's show or something? You don't know what whoopee is?
I know what whoopee is.
I thought this was a sex show. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I thought you were two very healthy, very sex positive.
We're not saying this isn't Talk Whoopie Live. It's Talking Sex Live.
This has been around since the early 70s. Whoopee. I mean, I don't know.
I think it was before that too.
Yeah, that was like the old
Making Whoopie song. That's from the 50s, I think,
or 60s. Yeah, but
whenever I hear the Making Whoopie song, I feel a little piece of me die.
Okay, but so we like to have just different terminology for different type of act. Like there's love making. This is between two partners who are actually like really in love, and then there's just like intercourse where like penile, the vaginal intercourse. There's oral. But I mean, I just want to know if you have a specific version of sex for whoopee. Like if whoopee meant something that I'm not picking up on, or if it just means, sexual intercourse in either vaginal, anal, or oral.
I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, how do you explain the color red? I'm talking about whoopee. What is that? I don't understand what the issue is there.
Got it.
How do you explain how do you explain the Beatles at their prime?
All right.
So looks like you won that debate, Chet.
Yeah. So when you, do you ever have this conversation with her? Say, hey, you know what? I miss having anal whoopee or butt whoopee. And what does she say? Does she say, there's no more whoopee on the back door?
She said, I'm not into this anymore.
Okay.
You're not the one who went viral saying you wanted it in the ass, whoopee in the ass. And that's been it. It's been very cold in the household lately. The other day she walked in on me whoopieing myself on the internet site, Whoopie Hub.
Whoopie Hub?
And I was watching Hot MILF Wants Anal Whoopie.
Okay.
And she just walked out of the door went to her mother's house.
But you're still having other types of whoopee, though.
Not since then.
Oh,
it's all pretty much just a lie. Any sort of other whoopee.
So how long has it been since you last had whoopee?
Let me see. The holidays.
Okay, that's a long time ago.
Christmas Day, Christmas morning.
5 months ago. So. Wow. All right. Yeah, that is a problem. So, I mean, that kind of opens up a whole new door because I thought you were just not having anal whoopee and you're still having vaginal and oral whoopee on a weekly or daily basis. But yeah, that's a big one there.
We're just, if all of the other whoopee is just going through the motions, it's just dead and loveless.
Oh, so you're still doing that? That's why I needed your definition of whoopee. So you're having sex, but it's
we did. No, when we stopped the other whoopee on Christmas morning, we just realized it was a lie.
Oh,
she didn't want whoopee in the ass anymore, and any other forms of whoopee I wasn't into.
Oh, okay.
I'm losing my whoopee mind.
You still do. Whoopee, but it's not the same type of whoopee, so you're not categorizing it as whoopee. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. But not since Christmas morning, 2021.
Okay, so that's even that's just 5 months ago. Okay, so I would just have a conversation with her and come to some type of agreement where both of you will be satisfied. It seems like you clearly have a anal fetish or an anal kink. Now, when you're making
a whoopee in the ass kink is what they present.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I don't call it a kink. It's a perfectly normal, perfectly healthy for a man in his mid-70s to whoopee his wife in the ass.
Well, I mean, kinks are normal. They're okay. They're nothing to be ashamed of. If you have an anal whoopee kink, then that's perfectly fine. So
I have a woman kink.
Yeah, Diane has a vaginal.
I wouldn't say vaginal.
Oh, just women. Women kink. Yeah.
Maybe more lesbian than bisexual.
Yeah. So, do you just have this conversation, and you have to decide whether or not I need this to get off, or I want this to help me get off. So you either have to have something else going on while you're making normal whoopee, where you can go ahead and experience the anal whoopee, or you can't ever pressure someone to do something that they don't want to do. So if she's saying anal whoopee is now off the table forever, then it is now off the table forever. So you can't tell her that you don't want it. You can't make her do it. That's not okay.
And her opinion could change. I want to point that out. Nothing is forever. Nothing's permanent. People go through cycles. Sexuality is a spectrum. Kinks change constantly. I can't count the number of things in my life that got me off that eventually didn't get me off anymore. And then there was something else new that maybe never interested me before that, and suddenly it was just the thing I was into. So I would say don't assume this is over forever, but as Chet said, obviously, this is a consensual relationship. It's her body, and if it's not what she wants anymore, you do have to respect that, unfortunately, for you, because I understand how important it is to you. But when you're in a relationship with another person, you're always limited to what they're interested and willing to do. And I've got kinks that partners of mine just don't share, and that means I don't experience those things. And I suppose you could say, as flippant as it might sound, 'tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. You had decades of whoopee in the ass, and that's better than the people who had never
no whoopee in the ass. That's right.
Coincidentally, I have a throw pillow that has it's better to have whoopied and lost than to have never whoopied at all.
So,
have you ever tried wooing your wife, though, again, to try to get her more connected? Because we need to feel more connected.
So I don't know how much more I can do to, I'm really good at whoopee in the ass.
Got it.
Right.
And it feels like, it's like if you told, Jimi Hendrix not to play the guitar.
So, have you ever thought of...
That's my analogy.
Trying a new kink? I don't know. Is there anything that interests you that's something different, or has she ever whoopied you in the ass? Have you ever experimented did any whoopee anal play on your end? Maybe you'll like it.
Did you just say maybe she should whoopee me in the ass?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes...
I never thought of that.
It's a psychological thing. Like, you get turned on by putting
somebody's
your penis...
ass is getting whoopied.
Yeah, you get turned on by putting your penis into, or making whoopee with an ass, and then psychologically, you're getting off because you're imagining somebody whooping your ass. So, maybe give it a shot.
You know what? I think I'm going to do that.
All right.
I'm going to call my wife right now as soon as I hang up.
Oh,
and I'm going to... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think she's calling me right now on my phone.
Good.
Hold on.
All right.
Okay. No, that's my phone going off.
Okay. All right. Well,
well, I'm sorry. I have to... Okay. I'll talk to her later.
I hope you have some safe and sane and consensual sex, my friend, soon.
Thank you.
Or whoopee. Safe, sane, and consensual.
And one more thing. I would totally whoopee Larry Legend.
Oh, Larry the Legend. You would whoopee him, not Marty Bird.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Good for you. I'm glad. So we'll have a good evening. I hope we helped you out there, Robert, and have a safe and interesting night for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Diane. This is great. I have that written down, and I will call there now. Thank you.
Perfect. Bye.
Bye.
So, wow, that was
to get action at that after 50 years is pretty good.
That was really impressed, and with I was just trying to break down what whoopee meant.
Sex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whether
it seemed like there was a little bit more to it than that, but
it's
a little complicated.
Like in Hebrew, there's like 13 different meanings for the word love. I feel like for him, whoopee could mean a myriad of things. Yeah, or something very specific. So, Wells, do we have another caller coming in?
Yeah, we have Cherie. She has started a relationship with an inmate, and she's trying to navigate, her future with that.
Oh, wow. Hello, you're talking sex live with Chet and Diane.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me turn down my television. I'm watching Jerry Springer.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Chet. Hi, Diane.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Wow. Yeah. So you have a relationship with an inmate, right?
Yes, I do. It has been about 6 months now, and it is the best relationship I have ever been in. I have never had anyone treat me so well. He treats me so good, my Cletus, and I love him so much. Cletus, and yeah, he's my baby. He's my baby.
So what are some things that he's doing for you?
Well, he writes me the most beautiful letters. He tells me how beautiful I am. Ain't no one ever told me how beautiful I am. And he tells me one day when he gets out, we're going to get married and we're going to have babies. And I mean, I already have 6 babies. And I'm 42, so I'm probably not having any more babies. He's 25. He's ready. And, I don't want to deprive him of that. And I really do think after his next appeal, he's going to get out. I don't think he can really be serving 2 life sentences.
Well, I think he could, depending on the crime. But so did you meet him?
He's a good
Have
one.
you met him before?
Have you met him before?
Or is this just all?
Yeah. So my ex-husband, he was in prison, and he said, these guys here, they're pretty down. And Cherie, why don't you write them some letters? And I said, sure, Dale, I'll be happy to. So I started writing him. He started writing me, and we just one thing led to another.
Oh, wow. So any conjugal visits, or have you met him in person? Or
no, they're afraid he's going to stab me or something. He wouldn't. He's gentle giant.
Oh, okay. So, but you've never met him in person, not even like...
I see him once No, I see him once a month. We talk through that window.
Okay, good.
He's beautiful.
Oh, very good. And so, do you mind if I ask how he got into prison, or...
Oh, well, I mean, there's a few reasons, right? So, I mean, they say he killed his grandma for some inheritance, but she was really old.
Okay, so doesn't make it okay.
I don't really buy it. No, right. But I don't think he could have done it. I really don't. I mean, she knew some bad people. I think he was framed. I just don't think they could have done it. I don't think so. I mean, what did they have? They said they had some DNA, but he would go conclusive. Stay there. Yeah, but I mean, he would use the knives and stuff. I mean, whatever.
Okay. So he's up for a parole board hearing coming up soon,
yeah, he's appealing. He doesn't technically get parole, but he is appealing, and I support him 100%. And I am writing letters. And I am doing everything I can.
Can I ask you? You mentioned
so much.
He mentioned he's in for killing his grandmother, but you also mentioned he's in for serving 2 life sentences. Was there another murder in this?
Yeah, usually there's 2 murders
situation?
Associated with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they wipe the record when you're a minor. I don't know much about the first one. Apparently, he was 16 and joyriding, and some kid I got in the road. I don't know. Whatever. He's very vague about that one, but he didn't mean it. He's a kid,
Okay. So I guess I'm trying to. Do you have a specific question, or do you want to know? Are you calling in to try to get us to help you with something, or?
Yeah, I mean, my mama keeps telling me it's never going to work out and to let it go and to move on and to meet someone else. But I know in my heart he is the one. He's the one, and I don't know what else I can do to help him. I have written letters to the state board. They won't listen. I have written letters to the Innocence Project, and they will not listen. Nobody is willing to help me.
Yeah, the legal system, actually, it's unless you're super powerful, there's no way to really get around it. So your question is, how is it more about how do you tell your mother that you are in love, or is it how do you get this guy out of prison?
Well, it's a little bit of both, but I got needs.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it's
really,
you do.
I really do love him, and I really do want to wait for him. I'm just wondering, do you think there's any
chance of him getting out? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, what you can do, Wells, can you marry somebody who's in prison? Can you get married?
Yeah,
of
course you can.
Yeah, so you could get married, and
I
think
you can?
once you're married, you can get you can have conjugal visits. I think you can have conjugal visits with a spouse, but you just can't have them with just somebody that you're seeing.
That dumbass warden, he didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well, do you know what state he's in? Because I think it varies from states.
Well, yeah, he's in Illinois.
Okay.
He's in Joliet, Illinois.
All right.
Yeah. I'm down in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
It's a long drive.
That is a very long drive. Wells, do you want to see
but it's worth it?
The conjugal visits up in Illinois there with the policy for. Go ahead. There.
I can look into that.
Yeah.
No.
Wells will
get. If we get married, I can. Yeah, I mean, he's been taken care of by the state. I'm wondering if we get married, if I can be on his insurance and put my kids on his insurance.
I don't think he has insurance. Any type of insurance. I mean, I don't know how it works with incarcerated inmates if they have any type of life insurance. I mean, he's also 25, so he probably didn't get anything before he went in. I mean, I can imagine if you had some type of life insurance or a health insurance before you went in. I mean, if you inmate gets injured, the state covers them with their medical bills.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's amazing.
I don't think you'll get that same treatment. I mean, you'll be probably handcuffed to a bed if you wanted to, and I don't think it goes to the spouse there. You're kind of you're like a shit out of luck there. Yeah.
Illinois currently does not have conjugal visits.
Really? Not at all.
Yeah. There are only 4: California, Connecticut, New York, and Washington. Currently.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's not a lot of states. Huh. I guess the movies and TVs lied to us they always do.
Yeah. Try to get incarcerated in one of those states if you're going to commit a crime.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get him transferred.
Well, I mean, usually it's your crime is based where you're sentenced. That's where you do your time at, unless it's federal. If it's a federal crime, then you can be transferred, I believe so, to different federal prisons within the U.S. But it seems like everything's kind of a roadblock, and I think your mother might be telling you some good advice there. I mean, if this is something that you just want an open relationship and have something that you can always fall back on to say that, you know what, this guy is always there. So no matter how many guys that I'm with out in the real world, if they break up with me, I will always have this guy in prison. If you want to do that route, it seems pretty complicated. It seems kind of like a polyamorous relationship. Peter's poly. Peter, do you have you ever dated somebody in jail before?
No, not while actively in jail. I've dated people who have been in jail. I've dated people who then went to jail, but not. I've been in an active relationship with someone who was in jail. I did. There was a relationship that ended very poorly, restraining order, and that person ended up going into jail as a result of a very awkward situation, but that's how we broke up. So no, I was not dating them when they were in jail at that time. So no, I've never done the whole conjugal visit thing. I wouldn't know what it's like. I mean, I can barely pee next to someone at a urinal. Like, I can't imagine going into a room with a time limit and knowing there's guards outside and all of that and going, yes, let's have sex before you go back to the jail yard like that. I'm happy for people that it's possible. That none of that was meant as judgment. That was honestly me casting shade on my own inability to manage a situation like that. So
I think it can be kind of kinky, you know. It
probably
can,
yes.
You know, like it's almost like a dogging situation or voyeurism, or someone's watching you.
I almost convinced myself out of my position while I was describing it, because it started to sound kind of, taboo. But
I think this is a scenario we got to set up. We've got that trailer in the back that we can just make it look like a conjugal visit van, and then just pretend that someone is,
dress up a mannequin as a security guard, put them outside.
Get Danny Bananas.
Oh yeah, Danny Bananas his dolls, and then we can go ahead and just one of us can play inmate, and we can go ahead and have some hot sex there. But getting back to you there, Carla, right?
I don't understand how that's supposed to help me. Shari.
Not at all. Sorry. What was your name again? Darlene? Dory.
Shari.
Oh, Shari. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Shari. Like
Shari. Shari. Okay, Shari. Shari. I got to get the lip up on the side there. Shari. So...
Are you making fun of my accent?
No, I'm just trying to pronounce it how you like your local dialect, because I feel that's the correct way to pronounce it, and so that you're clarifying with me. So, but I kind of feel like you're kind of going to hit a dead end here with trying to date someone who's an inmate, because
you can't really provide anyway.
Especially with your 6 kids and stuff. It's almost like a pen pal that you just have hope someday, but the hope is never going to come around. Like, if you start writing somebody or meeting somebody on the internet, there's always like, oh, I'm going to meet this person one day and then we're going to live together and stuff. But there, you can see the person, but you're never going to be able to live together or have a life together. It's just that person's going to be in Illinois in a jail cell, and you're going to be in Tennessee, and there's nothing that's going to change that. And so I kind of feel like you need to move on. But if the heart wants what it wants, and if you feel that you're so in love with this person, then maybe try to see how long you can go. But
I'd say date other people while you're still.
I would do that.
Writing to him.
Yeah, and maybe you'll fall in love with somebody.
I can't cheat.
Well, just say, you know what? Like you're saying, a woman has her needs.
Is he being exclusive to you?
Yeah, I mean, he might be sleeping with other men in there. It happens. It's not something that's like...
he wouldn't. He loved me too much.
I don't think it's his choice. I think he doesn't get a choice. If he's 25 years old...
25, he's probably the least likely to have a choice then.
Yeah, young, he will... Yeah, he's probably...
Well, that's gross.
He's a bottom, and that's kind of until you're top dog in there.
Chet's assuming he's a bottom.
Well, I mean, when you're 25 and I'm sure he's probably much smaller than the rest of the guys in there.
Unless he's a big guy, though.
Maybe he could be a huge guy.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy?
You called him a gentle giant earlier.
He's a gentle giant. That's right. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he's a top.
He might be the top.
He might be the top.
Yeah. It's hard to go without for that long, especially if he's serving two life sentences.
Yeah, and sometimes...
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody taking advantage.
It's not a taking advantage situation. It's just, you know what? You, as a guy, you're just like, a hole's a hole. And you just...
That's what my cousin said.
Yeah, he was in jail, right?
On.
Yeah,
he was
in jail, and he was just like, you know what? Hole's a hole. And so we just gotta get through this together, guys. So we gotta take turns, and... And you get off one day, and I get off the next day. So, that's the situation that you got to just kind of accept. But
I am wondering, maybe I can do something to get into jail to stay there so I can be with him.
So unless you're a man, you would not get in there with him. They have females go to a separate prison, or they're completely kept separate. So, and I don't even.
Thanks, Chet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't even know if a trans
I don't know how
man
that would work.
Would even get into a prison. That's
very
a whole
complicated these days.
That's a whole new.
The prison's not keeping up with anything. It gets hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I hope we steered you in the right direction there, Shari. And
no, I'm sorry. You were no help whatsoever.
Oh, no.
Not what I want to hear.
Well, we can't win them all, but I did say that you could stay with them, but it's probably not going to work out for the better. But it was nice talking to you, and I do hope that you call back in and tell us what your progress is, because we do care about your sexual health.
Thank you. I'm going to give you guys a call every month for the rest of my life and tell you how in love I am with this man, and that will never change, I guarantee you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, Shari. Have a good night and stay safe and consensual.
Have a great night. All right. Love you guys.
Love you. Shari.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I always wondered with prisons, if someone has HIV when they come into prison, do they separate them, or do they just like, you know what, we don't care if you give it to I mean, what's the deal with STIs in prison?
That's a really good question. I mean, I feel like they fall back on all of their policies. I mean, the prisons in general, I don't know if it's all of them. I remember there's something that O.J. Simpson, while in prison, got in trouble for, because they technically don't allow you to masturbate in some of these prisons.
Oh, wow.
It's absurd. It's utterly absurd, because it's denying their humanity. And one of many ways that happens. And so I would not be surprised if the general policy is look the other way, pretend it doesn't matter. And if they have STIs, well, they're not supposed to be having sex anyway. So what does it matter?
Yeah.
That typically, I mean, healthcare in general in the prisons is treated like a non-concern in so many circumstances that my assumption is they just don't do anything, and it's awful. It is inhumane. These are people, regardless of what reason they may be in there for. The entire idea is supposed to be rehabilitation. It's not supposed to be you're just punishment. Your life is destroyed forever. And yet they're not treated that way, at least in the United States. Many other countries do in fact treat it like they're humans being rehabilitated.
Attitudes towards prison rehabilitation changed around the 70s. It used to be seen more as a place of rehabilitation, and now most people view it as a place of punishment, which is one of the reasons why there were conjugal visits that were legal in a lot of different states. I think at one point it may have been 17. Wow. My research was correct, but now it's down to 4.
Oh. Wow. What is the STI rate in different in prison? Do you know that, Wells?
Let's see. As I was looking at the prison rate of prison rapes.
On rapes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
STI rate in prison.
I unfortunately have to step out, you guys. Yeah, I've got a pre-scheduled engagement.
No problem. Peter's got to get to a swingers party. Yeah, we're about out of time anyway, so we will put that in the chat, the STI rate. Please like us on Twitter and on YouTube, and give us a like and a rating on any type of podcast. Thank you guys so much for calling in, Peter and for being on the show, Peter and Wells. Also, thank you to Frank and all our callers. I do want to say again, please stay sex positive out there and safe, sane, and consensual. Have a good night.
Good night,
everyone.